Hello everyone, and welcome to this video on the new moon in Gemini that's happening on June the 3rd. And I'm so excited to share this energy with you because Gemini season is such a social, fun, light energy, and it really is embracing us to step into the energy of a new beginning, a fresh start. And I think that is so needed right now. Like, we're just coming out of the full moon in Scorpio, which was this deep dive, right, into our shadow, into the emotions, and we need that. We need that as part of our healing journey. We need to go deep. We need to look at the shadow. We need to look at the emotions. But on the other side of that, we also are asked to step into joy, right? We're asked to grow and expand through joy. And a couple of months ago, I was at this retreat in Mexico, and one of the trainers there described this so beautifully. So she's like, when we're doing our transformational journey, when we're doing our healing work, there's a time to dive really deep, right? Like a whale, we go under the water, we do the healing, but we have to surface for air. And how I see this Gemini season, it's like we're surfacing. We now have to surface, right? And know that we can expand and grow through joy. So as you join, say hi below. Even if you're on the replay, say hi. I'd love to welcome you in. And any new moon is a new beginning, right? Regardless of the sign that it is in, like if you're just following the moon phases alone, a new moon is that invitation to begin again. And leading up to the new moon, like 72 hours before the new moon, it enters the balsamic phase. And in that phase, that's when our physical energy can really drop. It's like at its lowest, but your intuitive and psychic powers are at their strongest. And it is that invitation from the universe to really take that time to go within, align your energy with what you want to create, and get clear on what your intentions are. Because that is so key for manifesting, having that clarity on what I call in, what I want to create. So share with me so I can hold that loving space for you. What are you manifesting? Hello, Tanya and Vanna, Mary, welcome. So great to have you here. So if you are new to me, my name is Kara Melendy. I'm passionate about helping you co-create magic with the universe. And in addition to working with astrology, I also love to tap into the magic of the Akashic records, and both help us really connect to our unique journey of the soul and our unique energetic blueprint. So I wanted to also share with you today some channeled messages that have been coming through in the space of the Akashic records that can really help you throughout Gemini season, and that can really help you especially with this new moon in Gemini. So as always, I like to start by looking at the sign that the moon is in. So we've got the moon, we have the sun, and we have Mercury all in the sign of Gemini right now. And like any sign, there's the shadow side and there's the highest expression, and we are always moving in to what is the highest expression of this energy. So Gemini is all about keeping an open mind, communicating your truth, speaking your truth, being very aware of the words you use. Like, words hold power, words hold energy, and having that intention to use words that uplift and empower the people around you, but also being aware of your own self-talk. And like, what are the words you're saying to yourself? What are the stories you're telling yourself? And are they helping to empower you? Are they in alignment with what you want to create? And Gemini season is that opportunity to set those intentions, right, around what I do want to call into my experience, who I am today. And it's also a very social energy. Happy birthday, Bethan. Oh, I love that. So let me know if we have Geminis here, if you are celebrating your solar return. And I do want to say as well, like, regardless, right, of if you are a Gemini, or maybe you're a Gemini moon or rising, or you know your chart and you know you have Gemini in other areas, maybe your Mercury or Venus is there, this is going to still be a service to you, because right now we're all working with this energy. So we're all like at this new moon, we're stepping into that Gemini energy. And when you know your birth chart, you have this deep understanding that all the signs of the zodiac, they're all different archetypes, they're all different energies that exist within you. And the more that you learn how to like connect and manifest with them, the more powerful you become. And Gemini really embodies that energy as well, because it is represented by the twins. So it is this idea of duality but learning how to integrate the different aspects of who you are, right? Learning how to integrate that. So let me know if this is resonating, or if you have any questions at all, whether here live or on the replay, feel free to post. Yes, because I always love to hear from you and check in and see how you're doing with these energies. So in the shadow side of Gemini, and you may be feeling this right now, I feel this in the collective, there's a few things that are like pointing to this as well. It's ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is the messenger. So right now we may have all these new ideas flowing in, but we may not know or have a clear direction of where we want to go. So it can be this feeling of like, I'm overwhelmed, I'm scattered, I have these ideas, but I don't know how to really ground them, I don't know how to apply them. Or getting too stuck in our thoughts, right? Just getting too stuck in our mind and maybe old patterns or thoughts that really don't serve us anymore, right? So we can really kind of get caught in that as well. And what I feel around this new moon is really being balanced out beautifully with some of the water energy that we are experiencing, because right now we do have Mars in the sign of Cancer with the North Node in Cancer. So to really work with this, like if you are in a place where you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling kind of scattered, you have all these creative ideas, but like now you're not really sure how to apply them or what direction to go, what you really want to do is just like sink into your heart space, trust your intuition, what really feels right for you. Because we really do always have the answers within us. And it's like, I love the Gemini energy for exploring the different options, for exploring what is available to us, for like expanding us into that energy of possibility. But then to move forward with it is so crucial as well, right? To take an idea that lights us up and then actually see it come into full manifestation is what we really desire to do, right? So that's where the Mars in Cancer with the North Node in Cancer right now really invites you as well to follow the wisdom of your heart, to trust your intuition, to know when something really lights you up or when it feels contractive, and to then have the courage to take action on that. So let me know if this is resonating, what's coming up for you. If you're just joining now, welcome. Feel free to share what you are creating, what you're manifesting in this new moon energy so I can hold that space for you. And another thing I really want to touch on with this Gemini energy before I look at some of the other things happening in the cosmos right now is knowing and affirming that you can grow and expand in your life through the energy of joy. Because sometimes we put a cap on the amount of joy that we allow into our life. And this was actually a huge realization that I had this past year, that I had this fear in my life that if I allowed things to get too good, like something else would go wrong. If things were flowing well in every area of my life, surely like something would happen that would throw that off track. So let me know if you resonate with that, right? Just that fear that what if things do flow really well and then something happens? So we put a cap on our joy, or we get addicted to this energy of struggle. And we feel like I kind of have to be in the energy of always having a challenge, having something to overcome, and that's what helps grow. That's how I grow, that's how I expand, and it's true. But it's also kind of changing your mindset and knowing and appreciating at a deep level that it's safe to expand into more joy. It's safe to allow more fun and playfulness in your life. And, you know, we're preparing in July, we're going to go into some major transitions. We're going into eclipse season, which bring like sudden changes in our life. So use this energy in June, this energy around the new moon, to really allow yourself to celebrate your successes, to count your blessings, and to notice what is working well for you. And if you do have fears that come up around welcoming in more joy, or maybe you realize you have a fear as well that things can't possibly go well in every area of your life, right? Like your career, your relationship, like maybe there's this belief that there always has to be something that you're struggling with. So challenge that. We're working with this energy of Mercury, our thoughts, our ideas. Challenge those old stories, those old limiting beliefs, and start to create a new story that really serves you, that serves where you are today. So I want to check in and see if there's any questions coming up here. Amanda's saying she has the same fear, things getting too good. It's so common. I see this all the time. And then we self-sabotage. And often it's on a subconscious level. Like, we're not consciously saying, I'm going to go out there and sabotage my success so I don't make more money, I don't find my soulmate. But on some level, we may feel that, what if I'm not completely worthy of it? Or what if it's not safe? All our fears really trace back to, does it feel safe in my body? And even if it's like irrational, if a part of us feels like it's not safe, we won't allow ourselves to go there. We won't allow ourselves to expand into that. Vanna, we are afraid of being our complete self because of fear of judgment. Yeah, we keep ourselves small. We do, right? It can be scary to fully be in our power, right? And that fear of success, I find, is actually more common than a fear of failure. Like, what if I do succeed? What if this does go really well? Sink into that and notice the fears that come up and challenge them, because that's what this Gemini energy is really good at, is challenging those fears. All right, so I want to take a look at some of the transits. I've got my chart on the side here as well. So many things I want to touch on this. Okay, let me see here. One more thing I want to say around, before I look at some of the transits, around just the Gemini energy alone, where it is represented by the twins, it also, and where it's a very like social energy as well, it brings our relationships into the spotlight. And relationships can be like our best spiritual teachers. They're such like a foundation of our life, right? Our relationships. And Gemini season, really pay attention to how the people in your life are acting as a mirror for you. So what are the things that like really trigger you about other people? And what does that maybe say about like an unhealed part of yourself or the shadow side of yourself? And really digging into that. And at the same time, on the other end of the spectrum, who are the people that really inspire you? Like, what are the traits you see in others that you really admire? Know that they're a mirror to what's going on internally within you. And Gemini season can really bring that into light if we're open to doing that work of seeing how our relationships act like a mirror in our life and what they are reflecting back to us about where we can still grow, where we can fully step into our strengths, our full potential, and just have fun with it all. I feel like I have to stress that in Gemini season, don't take it all so seriously. Allow yourself to have fun with the growth, right? We've done the deep work. Like I said, we did the deep work around the full moon in Scorpio, and we're about to step into eclipse season. So allow yourself to come up for air. Allow yourself to realize life can be really good for me. Okay, let's take a look at the transits and continue to share what your intentions are. What are you creating? What are you calling in the new moon? And share your questions, because I'm definitely going to check in and can answer any of your questions for you. Okay, so let me see some of these transits I want to touch on. So Neptune squaring Jupiter is actually like a hallmark this year. And I love the energy of Neptune because what it allows us to do is transcend the illusions of the fear mind and connect into your higher self. Neptune is the planet that really helps us feel into and realize I am more than my physical body. Like, I'm a spiritual being and I'm fully supported by the energies that surround me if I allow that, right? It's like allowing more support into our life. And then Jupiter is the planet of luck and expansion. So when these two meet up, even in a square formation, it's still like a very powerful, expansive, dreamy energy. And I know a lot of people this year are really tapping into what is the vision that I have for my life, because Neptune squaring Jupiter is like that spiritual energy of what did my soul come here to do? And I know, and let me know if this resonates with you as well. Many of the women I work with, I feel this for myself, like my soul came here on purpose. I came here to share a message, and sometimes we don't always know what that message is or what it's going to look like, but we just know that we're here on purpose, that it's no mistake. It's no mistake that any of us are here at this time. And this energy is really helping us feel into that, our divine soul gifts, the message that we are here to share with the world. Now, in the shadow, it can bring up some confusion. It can feel like we're kind of stuck in the dream and maybe we're not always taking action on it. So you really want to feel into that energy as well. Like, where in my life do I have these big dreams? I have these big goals, but am I actually taking action on them, or are they just staying an idea in my mind? and really set the intention around the new moon to begin to take those action steps. You don't even need to know how it's all going to play out. You just have to have that intention of, I'm going to take action on this vision. And with the confusion that can come with this energy of Neptune meeting up with Jupiter, I think we can transcend that when we surrender and when we trust that I really do know what is right for me, and when we don't fall into the shadow side of Gemini where we're overthinking, we're overanalyzing, instead of taking action and instead of trusting our heart. So you really want to go back to what actually feels expansive in my body, where is my intuition guiding me, and being okay with receiving, like surrender and trust that the universe really does have your back and it's here to support you. You don't have to do it all on your own. So I know this is resonating here. I am more than this body, such a consistent message lately. Yes, we are so much more than this body. And I know many people here, right? You feel that. Of course you know that. You're a body, but you're a spirit, and you really want to get in touch with that energy, right? Crystal, that I have an Aries moon baby or a Cancer moon. This needs to come out now or next week. Oh, I'm so excited for you. Congratulations. You're avoiding a Gemini sun, moon, Mercury. Well, Mercury, I want to touch on this as well. So Mercury, the communication planet that is ruling over the new moon in Gemini, the day after the moon is going to move into the sign of Cancer, which more kind of pulls on this theme, right? Of we have to trust our intuition, we have to trust our heart. We want to bring the mind and body together. So use the Gemini energy to excite you, to help you be creative, to help you bring in new ideas, and then sink into this Cancerian influence to trust what feels right in my heart, that I always know what is right for me. I have a crystal in my hand here, my shungite. I show it off. I always have my crystals surrounding me, helping me ground, which is actually really important with some of these energies as well. Get grounded. You want to ground your energy in. And that brings me to another chance that I really want to touch on. So Venus, our goddess of love and beauty, at the time of the new moon, it's going to be in a trine over to Pluto. Now, this is super powerful. There's so many ways that this can manifest in our life, but overall, I think it is helping us ground our ideas and what we want to create and manifest in our life. It really is helping us create a plan in order to do that. And for anybody that has like intentions of what you want to manifest around your career or financial abundance, this aspect is beautiful for that, because Venus is your ability to receive. It is what you love in the world, what you value in the world. And when it's trining over to this Pluto energy, it can be transformation in this area. And with Pluto in Capricorn, take a look at maybe any of the blocks that you're experiencing around your finances or in your career. Use this new moon energy to release it, because a lot of the blocks and patterns that we have in our life, it's actually, if we just allowed ourselves to be all of our potential in this moment, who we really are in this moment, a lot of those blocks would naturally fade away. Because what can happen is we have this image in our mind about who we are, what our life looks like, what we're able to accomplish, and we just kind of take that with us throughout our life instead of realizing, and this is what I learned through spending time in the Akashic Records, in that realm, in that space, through realizing that in each moment you have infinite possibilities of what you can step into and what you can create. And Gemini represents that too. What are you creating? What are you stepping into? What are you choosing for your life in this moment? And if there's something that's not working well for you, you can choose again. Each moment is that option to choose again, to create the future that feels fully aligned for you. And it starts with like really seeing yourself as a person who is a powerful creator, who is able to manifest what you desire. And this year where we had Chiron shift into the sign of Aries, a lot of us are doing this work of really looking at our identity, how I show up in the world, who I am, and healing some of those insecurities around what we have to offer, right? Or can life be really good for me? Like, we're doing that healing and we're really feeling into and we're really trusting that, yes, I'm worthy. I'm worthy because I exist. If I have a desire in my heart, I have everything I need to bring it into full manifestation. And it starts with believing it is possible. It starts with fully believing in myself. So harness this beautiful new moon in Gemini to know this is a new beginning. This is a new way of seeing myself and what is possible for me. And I'm choosing to fully step into that and harness that energy and set my intentions based on that perspective of my higher self, right? How my higher self sees me, the possibilities that they see in me, the infinite potential moment to moment, and not the old story about my limitation. This really is that new energy. So if you're just jumping on now, say hi, share with me. What are you creating? What are you manifesting? I will hold that loving space for you as always. The new moon is such a beautiful way to set those intentions. And if you want to go deeper in understanding your chart, I do have a digital course called Explore Your Divine Blueprint, which will help you connect into your unique manifesting powers, your unique abilities. It goes so much deeper than just your sun sign. Like, you will learn about the primary elements in your chart and what that says about your manifesting style and how to harness that. You'll learn how to harness that energy and actually work with it day to day, and even tapping into what your soul path is. That's such a big question for so many people. What is my soul mission? Like, what am I here to do? And when you really learn to work with your birth chart, you clearly see the lessons your soul came to embrace this lifetime. So definitely check out the link if you want that. And I'm also opening up readings for June. So if you want a private reading with me to really dive into your chart and see what's coming up for you in eclipse season and for the rest of the year, and how you can really harness that in manifesting that life that lights up your soul, feel free to check out the links for that, or just send me a message and I can give you all the details. All right, hello everyone who's just jumping in now. Great to have you. I'm going to take another look at the chart and really feel into if there's anything else jumping out that I really want to touch on. I think I got a lot of the main transits. Powerful time for sure. And I guess some really main takeaways is embrace this Gemini energy of playfulness, of fun, of new ideas. If you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling scattered, if you're kind of lacking that sense of clarity, just trust that also clarity often comes through taking those action steps. So don't be paralyzed. Don't get lost in overanalyzing. Take those ideas, trust your heart to lead the way, and take the next steps. And often that action will actually bring more clarity through for you. And then know that you can always trust your heart. You can trust your intuition. And if something feels off for you, there's a reason for that. And sometimes our intuition will lead us in a place that is actually different than the logic of it. So with all this Gemini energy, we can get caught sometimes in maybe like over analyzing it, like, is it right, or looking at the pros and cons. And there's a time and place for that. But dig a little deeper, actually trust you have the wisdom of the universe flowing through you, and your body, your intuition will let you know what is right for you. Move forward with that. All right, so thank you so much for joining me today. Set your intentions around this new moon. Embrace the energy of a new beginning. Be aware of the stories that you're telling yourself, and create stories that fully empower you and recognize the amazing creator that you are. And once again, if you'd like to check out the digital course, I have the link just above the video here, and the link to my readings and my membership site as well. So if you want to go deeper with any of this, I'd be happy to be on that journey with you. So sending so much love and light to you all. Thank you for all the hearts and the love. I appreciate you so much, and bye for now.